Hello and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm your host, City. Today, we're playing a game something I would normally never play. Let's just say that. It's gonna be very awkward. But I've seen a lot of YouTubers do it. And one of them that I really watch a lot is doing, and this guy's like really serious, or well, I'd say fairly serious. And so him in this awkward situation is hilarious for me, and I know that this is going to be just as awkward for me probably. So you got to see me be awkward. Now I don't know too much about this game because I haven't seen the end. Just the basic stuff. And there's a content warning, so I don't know what to expect exactly. Maybe this will get really dark. Maybe it won't. Let's see. Let's see what it's like. Oh, but what I do know, just because the kind of games this is and the little I've seen, there's gonna be some like romance involved. So we gotta probably pick someone from this group that we have to have romance with. And I might already have a decision made, but I'm gonna wait a little bit and we'll see how I feel. But I think we have to choose one of them for romance things. So let's start a new game. Oh, and I'm not gonna read everyone's voices differently. Not as good at that. I mean, maybe I'll do a little, but we'll see. Hey! God, no, that's awful. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl's Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because we've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Hey, me too. I would not be late for someone else either. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk, let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, City. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. We draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled, with other students making their daily commute. By the way, City, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you'd join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. One of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by in the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Well, games I agree, but not anime. YouTube's where it's at. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I thought you'd be becoming a NEET in the few years because you're not used to the real world. I don't know what a NEET is, so someone's gotta tell me what that is. But I can't imagine it's that good. It's like antisocial or something. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I blankly stare at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. I guess I could see that. When I was in high school, I wasn't that motivated. But, you know, that changes. Clubs. Sori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Yeah, plenty of choice. Choose like, I don't know, the, Making Money Club. Now that is a club worth joining. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori's vice president of literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it'd be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday that I'd bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. Yeah, seriously. This is a good life lesson. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell Sayori's really that much of an airhead, or she's so cunning as to plan all this out. Well, I know the answer to that. You'll see later. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori also says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Aw, City, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. ... All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Is that all you think about? Come on, character. Think about the literature, the writing, the stuff that really I don't care about either. But we won't admit that. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Says sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes you think she's probably first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quite into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time dealing with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, City. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica is probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So I'm gonna smile at me so it genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, City. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened, so there's one space next to Monica, one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray, and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh, whoa. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you're so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry take one. Sayori runs first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full. Starting to manage to get icing on her face. I turn around the cupcake in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe, but not for you, you dummy. Alright. Given Natsuki's weird logic, dismiss conversation. Honestly, I don't think it's weird logic. It's not like she knew that it was gonna be me. Could have been anyone. So no, it's not weird logic at all. It's actually the same logic that I would use. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Okay, I want to address them before I go further. So sometimes you might hear a pause in talking for a couple seconds. Well, the reason for that is so I have disabilities. For breathing is one of them. So as I talk a lot, I gotta stop and take a bit of a breath. So if you want to know what that is, there you go. She carefully placed the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. I don't enjoy tea. Gross. Have nice fresh juice. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider Literature Club? Well, good luck. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me you shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically attracted by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here. So, that's okay, don't be embarrassed. Go make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity on how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy, make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I am fulfilling that dream. Monica's a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people they're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard to find these three. Maybe that's why there's also delight by the idea of a new member joining. Though I don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. No, I can't. I don't read because I find it boring. Which, you know, it's a shame. Because I know there could be good stuff in it. But mentally I can't get into it. Need some kind of visual aid. So Sadie, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, good question. Literature, oof. I mean, do history books count? That's a book. It's not literature. Because it's non-fiction. I certainly prefer that. Like Wikipedia articles, I read those all the time. About history, anyway. That's about the closest thing to literature for me. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Not really. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traced the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like lots of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? I guess, but most writers aren't very good at it. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Yeah. When I was really young, I read some Goosebumps stuff, but that's not real writing. That's pretty bad. Then I wouldn't read horror today. I just regret something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful, changing the way you look at the world. If only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes stared over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? But what? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind. Last club meeting. Looked like you work on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud, and give that back. Fine, fine. Yeah, your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sori sidles up behind Natsuki, puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Yeah, I can feel her awkwardness. Like, if someone was doing that with me with some I would like but didn't share with people, just as awkward. I would want out of that situation just as much. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, showing them even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. ... I guess it's the same for Yuri. I want to read everyone's poems.